Good evening, friends, family, co-workers, associates, former co-workers, acquaintances, and everybody else out there since it's a public video. It's your boy Big B. I hope you guys are doing well this Tuesday evening. I wanted to talk to you guys I made a post about this Mamiyan post a little bit ago, the Marichan, Nissan, whatever your flavor of ramen noodles is that you may or may not have to have eaten because you grew up poor and you could get 10 packs of those for $1. Well, it's funny how many people could relate to that post. I was really surprised, and it's refreshing to know that other people had to go through that same kind of struggle. So one of the things I wanted to point out is, as a person like myself who had to work for everything I have in life, I love working hard. I love the satisfaction of working hard and the job well done. And I don't know, it's really weird. Like, some people complain all the time that they don't have enough in life. Instead of going out and wanting to work for it, they would rather bitch and complain about it, or, not take any action towards it. One of the things that's always excited me is hard work. If there is a pile of rocks, a giant pile of rocks, and I've got to get that whole pile of rocks into a basket and cart that off, I'm excited. I love doing systematic things. I remember when I was younger and I had to wash dishes, dirty dishes, part-time at a restaurant. That was something that I actually looked forward to. As sick as this sounds, when I walked in that place and I saw the dishes stacked up, the higher and more dishes there were, the more excited I got. Because I would love to go in there and just fucking put my head down, put my nose to the grindstone, and watch those dishes, those dirty dishes deplete and the clean ones stack up, and know that I kicked ass and I got it all done. So the bigger the mound of dishes or whatever the work was, the more excited I was to get it done and then systematically tear it down, kick ass, and get through it. There was nothing more satisfying than at the end of doing whatever the monumental task was to look back and see it clean. I mean, I don't know how you cannot get excited about that. They say that the toughest journey in life is, a 1,000-mile journey, but the hardest is the first step. But to me, seeing that it's 1,000 miles is what's exciting about it. Taking the first step is easy, because once you've gotten one step down, you only got 999 left to go. And then I want to know, is there going to be another 2,000, then a 3,000, and a 4,000? I've always been excited about doing those kind of things, and I don't know how people don't. Why so many people get down on hard work and don't want to do it. I mean, it's a phenomenal, fun thing to do, to go and do a task, do it right, and do it better. Maybe it's the competition and the competitiveness in me. I'm not sure, but for myself, I've always looked forward to it. For, over 15 years, I worked 3 jobs. I worked as a network engineer, full-time. Part-time on the weekends, I worked in club security, and then I cleaned office buildings and toilets at night. And I never felt sorry for myself. I never said, woe is me, why do I have to do this? I was happy to be able to have work and not have to suffer and worry about bills, because working 3 jobs, yes, it's hard, but it's harder? Worrying about money and not knowing where your next meal is coming from, or not being able to pay your bills. So if you have to balance the two out, which is harder and which one sucks more? Working hard and getting things done and accomplished? We have the reason why so many immigrants come to the United States and say that the streets are paved with gold is because we have unlimited earning potential. We can work as much and as hard as we want, and we can get any amount of money as long as we're willing to work for it, not make excuses for it, and find a way to succeed. But people have these weird misconceptions in their mind. I remember when I was cleaning toilets and doing the part-time office job, they're like, man, you're a network engineer, you're a smart dude, man. That's like a job that's really hard and it's an elite job. But you clean toilets, aren't you ashamed? And I'm like, ashamed of what? Making money and paying my bills? Fuck no, I'm not ashamed. They're like, well, I'm too good for that. I remember one of the arguments that you hear constantly from a lot of people who are poor is, oh, I'm too good to flip burgers. I'm too good to wash dishes. I'm too good to clean toilets. And you know why so many immigrants outside of the United States that come here succeed? Because they're not too good to do shit. They will work whatever job they have to do to put money away, to get whatever they need to do to feed their families, to take care of business and get in a better situation. And if people in our country would stop having this entitlement, where does this come from? Who are we, kings and queens that we have? Why do you care about what other people think about you? Nobody's going to ever look down on you for hard work and good work discipline and good work ethic. If anything, they're going to cheer you on. What, are they going to be embarrassed because you work too much? I mean, just listen to how that sounds. Where do people get these ideas that they're too good to work any kind of job, or they should hang their heads down or be ashamed? If anything, that you should take pride in that. You know, some of the hardest working people I've met in recent years, back in 2011, right before I retired from doing the nightclub stuff, was the Serbian community. Down in DC, they're a lot of the security, waiters, waitresses, and bartenders. And let me tell you something, they work at pool companies, they work their asses off, they work at doing nightclub security, they work just like I do, like 2 or 3 jobs at a time. And they are not ashamed about it, and they still make sure they have time to have fun and do their hobbies and do everything else. One was a bodybuilder, another one was a musician, another one likes to race cars, and they are living a balanced life. But they are happy to be here and out of the bad conditions of their country over there in Europe, and here making money and being able to survive and doing the things they want. And they all send money back to their poor countries, to their families. So I don't get the grasp, but I hope someone who's watching this will understand the satisfaction of working your ass off and being tired and sleeping well at night, knowing that you did a great job and that you kicked ass and accomplished something, and that you didn't have to ask for any help, you didn't have to beg for any help, you didn't have to take a handout because you did it yourself. That's the satisfaction I have that I'm going to pass on to my children, is that I did it. Because with my father murdered and my mother crazy, I never had help. I didn't have my first car until I was 23. I took the bus everywhere, even at 21, 22 years old. I was an assistant manager until I got a rental car or a demo car for the position I had. I was taking the bus. I wasn't ashamed. I got off the bus in my suit and I worked and managed my 38 employees and did what I needed to do. Shame has never been a thing. I hold my head in pride because I'm a self-made man. I mean, I couldn't have done it without the Lord Almighty. All praise goes to God now and always and forever. But what I'm saying to you is, I didn't have to ask anyone for help. You know, I thank God that welfare is there, because if not, me and my mother would have starved to death when my father was murdered. And that's why I support those programs for people who do need them. And I thank God they're there. But what I'm saying to you is, there's no reason that you can't have whatever you want in life. All you have to do is stop making excuses, be willing to work as hard as you can for as long as you can until you get out of whatever hole it is that you're in. So nobody else cares. No one's going to do it for you. No fairy godmother's going to come down and say, bippity boppity boo, you're rich. You're going to have to go out there and get it yourself. So do whatever you got to do to get that done. One of my closest friends, 2 of my closest friends, survived off Lamium just like me when I was younger. I remember when he first was making himself a self-made graphic designer. He's a 3D animator now, owns 2 companies. But at the time, he literally would go to Costco, buy a giant thing of peanut butter, a giant thing of jelly, and a couple of loaves of bread, and eat peanut butter and jelly sandwiches every single day. Work out at the gym every single day, and work every day. And eat mommy noodles. And that was how he got down for years, until he had enough money. He rented a room out of a townhouse that was $500 a month, and that's what he did. And you know what? He's very successful now, and I'm proud of him. And all of us have paid our dues and done what we had to do. So this foolish pride that prevents people from going out and doing what they need to do, stuff that shit down your fucking throat, put it aside. Understand that we all have a place to be, and we can get to where we want to be as long as you're willing to work hard for it. And like I said again, sacrifice, not make excuses, and do whatever it is. If there is a block in your way, find a way around it. If someone tells you no, go to someone until you find a yes. And you just have to be relentless. You have to have ambition. You have to have a fire inside your whole soul and the desire. And you have to just work hard. It's not hard. It's easy to work hard. What's hard is being broke, poor, bad living conditions, when the answer's right there. All you have to do is go out and get it. All right, guys, thanks for listening to my babble. I hope you guys are doing well. Stay strong, stay positive. Your boy Big B is out. Time to relax before I get up at 4 in the morning tomorrow. Go to the gym from 5 to 7, and then tomorrow's my wife's birthday. I got to run some errands and get things done. So you guys take care. Have a great night. Be safe. Much love. Your boy Big B is out. Stay strong, stay positive. Take care.